Hey everyone, it's Tracy. Thanks so much for joining me today. Welcome to another video. This one is going to be in conjunction with Robin at Oh Hello Robin. She and I have decided to kind of collaborate on this. So her video will be up today as well. I'm actually still filming this in January. It will be going up on February 5th. So there's a couple things I'll make note of as we go along. However, I do know she also has her video coming up today too, which I'm super excited to see. And I gotta say this, Robin, thank you for accepting the offer, I guess, because you know what, this is really helping me be a little bit more accountable and really exploring other avenues with books. I'm actually having so much fun. I've recently bought another book. So that's 3 within the last like 2 months, which I haven't bought a book in probably, I don't know, it's probably been a couple years, which is crazy. So in any case, let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to start by changing out these pictures. Now, these are only going to be in there for maybe like a month, but I did print up some scenes that are a little bit more sort of like on the romantic side. There's this one that has the Chinese New Year. There's a little heart hanging off the branch there in winter. And then we have these like kind of cozy tea and book scenes, or flowers and books, or here like the tulip breaking out of the snow. This one has like the watermark on it, but I don't care because this is only going to be here for a month and I really love that picture. So yeah, I just printed these up from Google. You'll notice they're actually on sticker paper because I was printing up other book covers and other images I needed that needed to be on sticker paper and forgot to change the paper out. So what are you going to do, right? But in any case, it's fine because like I said, they're only going to be in here for a month, so I'm not too worried. So these beautiful images will be retiring until next year because I don't throw these out. I keep these. And then this way I have the option of changing out whatever I want. I'm going to miss this picture. This is really beautiful. And of course that sweet little female cardinal. Okay, so let's put those off to the side and I don't know if I want the heart in front or I think I want the Chinese New Year in front. So let's do that first. I was debating about sticking these together, but I just knew that I would not get them done evenly and then I would be sticking to them. So this is fine. All right. I kind of like the color of these together, I think, and then these together. So let's do this. We'll put this one here. Actually, we'll put this one here. And I think we will put this here because this way it matches. I kind of like the idea that this has almost more of like the Asian style teacup. You know, because you can get them with the handles. I mean, I know a lot of Asian teapots and cups, like they don't have like the little handles on the cups. But this to me is very like vintage and borderline sort of like the Chinese restaurant style. And then this, of course, the roses match nicely with that. Here we have the tulip that's in a similar color to the roses there. Yeah, I like that. That works. So first order of business out of the way. Okay, so now let's go here. So in January, I read 5 books, 3 of which were audio, if you can believe that. I haven't listened to audiobooks since I was a kid. That was actually quite entertaining, and I'm going to get to which ones I read there in a minute. But I've already filled these in, so I had 3 audio and 2 books in print. So I also colored in the shelf. You can see, which I thought was super cute. So that's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying that. Now, I also started coloring in my Goodreads goal. So again, my 3 audiobooks and the 2 in print. But here I want to write down the stats. So let's go ahead and grab the pen. And for January, oh, I need my marker too. Hold on 1 second. Need the blue marker. And I read 2,064 pages. So 2064. And I'm going to write across this 5. So there we go. So I decided, since last year I did the total books bigger and then the page numbers across it, I decided to switch it for this year. So I'm going to do the page number with the books written out as a word. Okay, so that is that. Let me put my marker back because I'll be looking for it later and it'll end up on the floor or something crazy where I don't see it. Okay, so that's done. You'll see here, I also wrote in favorite characters. Lana Lee from the Noodle Shop Mysteries, written by Vivian Chin. Those are really cute, and Lana Lee is just a fun character that's always getting into trouble, of course, because she's, you know, the amateur sleuth. Zayden Rearson from Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. The 2 authors that I've read so far this year are Vivian Chin and Rebecca Yarros. Favorite quotes, of course. A dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without their dragon is dead. This book has actually just been amazing. I finished both. I finished Iron Flame and Fourth Wing. They were great. So in any case here, oh, see, I didn't mark this off. So let's do that. I actually just recently bought the Throne of Glass in the collector's edition from Barnes & Noble. It's a beautiful purple hardcover book inside a purple like hardcover sleeve. And I want to read Assassin's Blade first. So Assassin's Blade, I might try to get from the library. I noticed on Libby, the book and the audiobook are both, like I would have to place a hold and wait for it. So I'm going to see if I can get it from my local library first. If I can't, I might go to Barnes & Noble. We'll see. But I do already have Throne of Glass waiting. House Witch, All Is Not Forgiven, The Awakening, The Becoming, The Choice, and Double Crossfire. I have all of those. And those are books that I bought before. So in any case, yeah, I'm not too worried about those. All right. So first lines. I'm only going to be doing first lines in books that I read in print. So I'm not going to include anything on my tablet, and I'm certainly not going to include anything that's an audio. So these are both the first lines from Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. Conscription Day is always the deadliest, and Revolution tastes oddly sweet. If you've read those books, you know. Okay, so let's also update this. I've decided I'm going to do my book of the month here, except we don't just have one, we have 2. So Fourth Wing and Iron Flame are going to go here. I'm not going to do any little write-up here just yet because I'm not exactly sure what I want to notate about these books, but I absolutely enjoyed them. Fourth Wing and Iron Flame were both really good. The characters I felt like are developing in a really amazing way. And I like the interaction. I'm really pleased with both of those books. And I don't want to give any spoilers because that could ruin it for you guys, and I don't want to do that. But if you haven't read these, I would suggest them. I would maybe put them on your TBR. It's up to you if you read them or not, but if you are into fantasy or dragons, you would probably love those. Those would probably be right up your alley. So, books read. We did a total of 5. For 2,064 pages. Now, what I did, even with the audiobook, I looked up the amount of pages that the books were because I don't want to have to be going back and forth between hours listened to and pages. So I'm still counting pages for the audio as well, if that makes any sense. So we did 3 audiobooks, 0 on the tablet, and 2 physical. I'm going to repeat those stats down here because this is going to be my year-to-date stats. So in February, once we're done with February, these stats down here will change, which I kind of like because then I can see everything at once. So we're just going to write this all the same down. Oops. Thank goodness I'm using a friction. Okay. So 2064. And then 3, 0, and 2. Okay, so that is all updated. So let's see. I read Fourth Wing. I read Death by Dumpling. I was not able to get a hold of Nightshade, Scorched Eggs, Night Passage. And Peppermint Peril, I actually have, but I made a decision about that because I didn't get it in early in January like I was hoping. I've decided I'm going to read it next December. And since I have it, there's no big, emergency with that. So that's kind of what I'm going to do there. Now on this page, I've decided I kind of wanted to write down what I'm putting on loan from either the library or Libby. I saw somebody do this, and you write down the amount that you're saving by getting it on loan. And then I'm also going to keep track of the books that I'm buying and what that cost. So for instance here, Death by Dumpling would have been $9. Dim Sum of All Fears and Murder Alone Maid would have been $10 each, totaling $29. Iron Flame was $30. Throne of Glass was $36 for $66. I saved $29 and I spent $66. That's a $37 difference. And the reason I say that is just simply I'm trying to keep the number that I spend lower than the money I saved. So that's kind of where I'm doing a difference just to see, because I'd like to be, in a positive manner there. So the difference is just for my notation. I haven't seen anybody else do that. Okay, so Lo Mein I finished. You know what? I have the dates written down in the other room. I'll finish the dates on this calendar next time because that's not a huge deal. I did get through all of them. I just don't remember the dates off the top of my head. So I'll take care of that later. Now, you'll notice I did also write the checkouts here. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing that because it is on the calendar, but it is nice to be able to see it here as well. So I'm not sure. I might keep that there. I'm going to try and have a physical book and an audio book going at all times. So that's kind of like my new goal. I did get through 3 of the books I wanted to read. Like I said, this one I changed to next year. House Witch, I'm probably going to be doing in February. Now, I did do little write-ups on Death by Dumpling by Vivian Chen. These were actually really quite entertaining. If you enjoy cozy mysteries, they're kind of cheeky and kind of, goofy, but they're fun, and that's the whole point of them. So I really do love this series. And again, if you like cozy mysteries or anything of that nature, you would probably enjoy these. So I do recommend these as well. They all got 4 stars so far. And I didn't actually see, again, I didn't finish that, but well, I can leave that there. I will finish that a little bit later because if I start writing out reviews and stuff, that'll probably take a little longer. What I do want to do while I'm here is take and put Fourth Wing and Iron Flame in here because I got those ready. I decided to print out the bigger covers. I did when I bought Fourth Wing, I got the Barnes & Noble special edition. So I figured we will use that. The other one, I hadn't had the cover yet when I printed out the small version. So the small version here under favorites is the original cover, but I figured that's not a big deal either because that's the cover most people have at this point, I think. But yeah, I want to put these down so they are ready to go when I'm ready to do my reviews. Okay, so now I'll leave those in there because those are the stats that I need for that. See, and in the other room, I have that written down, the date I finished it, and I don't remember. Because these actually, they finished, some of them finished on the same day. Because if I was doing chores, dishes, laundry, whatever, I was listening to my audiobook. If I was sitting down and it was still daylight, I was reading my physical book. So I do have the stats in the other room, but I'm not going to get up and get those now. Okay, so now in February, I do want to go ahead and get this set up. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. You know what? It's always easier to just take these off. So let's do that. I did already start putting down the dates to make it a little bit quicker. So that's a good thing. All right, so let's go ahead and start with this page. I really love the way these work. These are so much better than the circles. The circles were such a pain in the backside. Okay. So now, we'll get this all put down. So what books are you guys reading? You know, take a minute and let me know down below because I'm always looking for good books. In fact, I might be making changes to my book journal come July when I do switch over my social media to Happy Planner. We'll see. But I'm actually getting other ideas for for reading journaling because I'm enjoying it so much again. It's nice to be back into it, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Okay, so that is that. Oh, I almost forgot, gotta do this. I love this. This is so cool. Yep. There we go. All right, so that page is all done. Let's go ahead and do this one. That one's just a little short for that, but I guess it's fine, unless I just center it. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to leave it. It's fine. Okay, so this is the TBR that will eventually be moving to here, but I want to make sure which books I can get a hold of before I start writing it down over here. So I'm just going to leave the sticky note for now. So let's move this off to the side and let's do this. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the headers. I've already put the days on the headers. There we go. So that's one. Well, the headers are off a little bit. Well, that's okay. All right, and then let's get the other one done. There we go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and drop down the dates. So I just need to put the 1, 2, and 3 at the top. Okay, so that's all ready. Now, last month in January, I had the library at the top and left a bigger section and then gave Libby a smaller section. I'm going to reverse that this month because I want to make sure I have plenty of space to write down the Libby, like rentals, loans, whatever you want to call it. So we'll do that here. And then I think I'll do the library one at the bottom here. Let's do maybe like right here. There we go. Okay, so that's ready. Now, holidays. So let's see, we have Groundhog Day. We don't have one for Lunar New Year, but that's okay. Super Bowl Sunday, I believe, is the 11th. The only reason I put that down is because sometimes I do like crochet alongs and stuff on that day. I don't always, but sometimes I do. So that's why I kind of leave it open that way. Now, Valentine's Day, I know, is also Ash Wednesday this year, and like Tuesday's Mardi Gras. In my reading journal, that's not super important. I'm using the holidays that Kate has here. I'm not gonna, make any extra like labels or anything because these are sufficient enough. I'm just using, what the month comes with. And And I think what I'm going to do is take these 2 extra strips of washi here and use these on this page. This way I don't need to buy a separate sticker set for this. So I think we're going to do that. There we go. So let's go ahead and trim that. Good Lord, I cut my hair and like I have hair everywhere. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so that's one. Pop this up here. And let's do the other one at the bottom. Because this ends up being my dashboard for the whole month, which I kind of really like. This is working out super great, in my opinion. Because it really keeps things like where I need the information. So I'm liking it very, very much. Okay. Okay. All right, so that's that. I don't think I need anything else on here. Okay, let's get these back in the book. I'm gonna move these off to the side and close this up before I hurt myself with it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we have that all set now. Liking that. I did add March in here already. I'll use as many of the February sheets as I need to. And then March is already in here. And of course, in the back, I still have, oh, and here, I made a note. So in Peppermint Peril, I'm going to read around Christmas. Sweet Tea and Secrets is about the 4th of July. And then In Cold Chamomile is about Valentine's Day. So I'm going to use those as seasonal reads. So that should work. I don't think I have anything else. Yeah, no. Oh, actually, that's not true. I've been watching the Robert B. Parker movies. These have Tom Selleck in them. If you enjoy the books, and I've read most of them. I think I've read up through, it's either Stone Cold or Sea Change. The movies are different. They mirror it for a little bit, but then they kind of veer off because things don't always translate, obviously, on film like they do in a book. But these are really enjoyable, and Tom Selleck does a really good job playing the main character. So yeah, I really like those. Yeah, so he plays Jesse Stone, and I've been actually watching those quite a bit. So let's go back to the beginning and do a quick flip through and see where we are. So here is my page now. I love the way that looks. Super cute. And it's fun to, I wasn't going to change it until like spring, but then I thought, you know, Valentine's Day, Lunar New Year, I thought it's just kind of fun for, you know, a month. And again, all my stickers from Robin at Oh Hello Robin. So again, make sure you check out her video. I will link that down below. I'll also link her sticker shop down below as well, because she's probably going to be having some new releases soon. Typically she does something for Valentine's Day and for spring. So I will leave that information down below. So far, since I've started the book journal, I've read 11 books, which is great. This holds 64. My goal is to make sure by the end of 2024 that I will finish the 64 books, because I kind of didn't count the November and December ones on my Goodreads goal. My Goodreads goal is actually 52. I'm aiming for one a week. So there's my Goodreads page. So that's all set. I like having it color coordinated with the format. So I think moving forward, no matter what, you know, book journal I do, I think that's something I will continue to do, because that's something that really makes it easy to look at. Because whether you're looking at it here or here, you know, it makes it easy to see. I really like that. So I'm going to continue with that. So our stats are filled in here, 2,064 pages with 5 books. I've got my favorite characters so far, the 2 authors I've read so far. And I'm excited to start the Throne of Glass series. I've never read anything by Sarah J. Maas. So let me know down below if you guys enjoy those books, because I'm kind of really looking forward to it. When I picked up the other day, Throne of Glass, the book collector's edition, which I'll show you in the next month video. I'm really impressed with that book. And I was sitting there kind of reading it in the truck while my husband was driving us home. And I got to chapter 4 without even trying. I mean, I got absorbed into it right away. And we live close to the bookstore. So for me to get that far in that short amount of time, I mean, they're not long chapters, but still. So I think I'm going to enjoy that. And again, the TBR, I'm hoping to get House Witch in this month in February. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Again, first lines are only going to be for books in print. I'm not even going to do the tablet ones on there, just the print. So if I get it from the library or if it's a book I have, then I'll use that. Not exactly sure what I want to notate here. I don't know if I'm just going to write favorite book of the month or what. We'll see. I'm not exactly sure, but the books are there. These are the loans I had and the books I bought. Here's my calendar, which I will finish filling out. I'll grab those dates later and get that filled out. And then I'll make sure I do a quick flip through next month so you can see it. So my next up list is kind of like my TBR here, because sometimes it does differ from this list depending on what I'm able to get a hold of, and what I'm able to get on like Libby. So, but yeah, super fun. Vivian Chen, very fun author, really enjoying those. Rebecca Yarros, these are amazing. It's been recently released that this is now going to be a 5-part series. Originally, it was only supposed to be a trilogy, but now it is going to be 5 books. So I believe the 3rd book is supposed to be released this year, but the release date has not been revealed, and the title has not been revealed either. But really good books, guys. If you enjoy dragons, if you enjoy fantasy, really good books. I highly recommend them. And again, my other 2, Vivian Chen. These are just super fun. I'm really enjoying those. And actually, while I'm here, I am going to color that star in because they're all 4 stars. In my mind, here's how I see it. A 5-star book is something that if I don't have it, I would consider buying because I would probably reread it because I love it that much. It's considered a favorite. And I would absolutely recommend it. 4 stars, I loved, might reread, who knows. Would I recommend it? Yes. But if I don't have a physical copy, like my world is not going to come to an end. You know, even if it means, you know, if I reread it, I have to go to a library, you know. But basically the difference for me is like a 5-star for me is something I would want the actual physical copy of. So that's something I'm kind of doing a little differently than I did before. Oh, and I just colored in the 5th one. Oh boy, I'm going to have to white that out. I wonder if I have one of those white Jelly Roll pens hanging around yet. All right, well, I guess I'll be fixing that. In any case, that's what I get for talking while I'm doing something, I guess. So I'm all set up for February. I'm excited to see where my book journey leads me. I know for sure I'll be heading into House Witch and the Throne of Glass series, so that'll be fun. The next 2 Vivian Chen books are not available on audiobook that I have found on Libby, so I might actually get those from the library. We'll see. But there's my calendar, and there's my pages, and here's where I'm going to start recording my books. So that's it, guys. We're all set. We're all updated and ready to go for the month of February. Again, let me know down below what books you're reading, what books you suggest, and let me know your thoughts on the, you know, Fourth Wing Iron Flame books, if you guys read them, if you enjoyed them, and, you know, give me your opinions because there's a lot of fun things happening. Those have a lot of twists and turns. Also, let me know if you've read the Throne of Glass series because I think I'm really going to enjoy it. And I'm excited to chat with anybody who might have already read it. In any case, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I always appreciate you coming to hang out with me for a little while. And again, thank you so much, Robin, for doing this with me because it's really opening up my creativity and really opening back up to reading again. So I greatly appreciate that. You guys, if you haven't checked out her video, check it out below. I will leave her channel link down below, the most recent video, and her shop. So that will all be in the description as well. And in any case, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.